working in Srimati Ballasubramanian Degree College as Commerce faculty. Today I am going to tell taxation subject for 5th semester. In taxation system, 5th semester subject is very important. Indian taxation structure subject is given. In this chapter contains introduction to taxation structure, types of taxes, features of a good taxation system, structure of Indian taxation system, constitutional provisions governing taxation in India, tax applicable in India. So, in the introduction to taxation structure, tax structure of a country refers to the various types of taxes imposed by its government on its people. The taxes are a universal phenomenon prevalent in almost all the countries of the world. In fact, taxation and civilization exist simultaneously. A tax may be defined as a compulsory extraction made by central government from the general public. It is a financial charge imposed on individuals or legal entities by the government in pursuant to its legislative authority. A tax is not a voluntary payment or donation, but an enforced contribution exacted pursuant to legislative authority. The proceeds from taxes constitute a major source of revenue to government, who spend the collected amount for the common benefits of the society. And the next point, types of taxes. Tax can be classified in two categories. One, a direct taxes, and second one, indirect taxes. The direct taxes collected from person or individual. It's tax from directly or effects from person directly, like income tax, wealth tax, etc. The indirect tax, it is different than the direct tax. The indirect taxes are those which are levied on one person and collected from another person, if both impact and incidence of tax are on two different persons, such a tax is called indirect tax. The future of a good taxation system. One is based on canon of equality, and second, based on canon of certainty, based on canon of convenience, and based on canon of economy, based on canon of productivity, based on canon of buoyancy, based on canon of flexibility, based on canon of simplicity, based on canon of and must ensure maximum of social advantages. The fourth point, structure of Indian taxation system. Indian taxation system is one of the world's largest taxation system in terms of its wide application on large number of people and other business entities. The Constitution provides governing taxation in India. Article 246. Three types. Indian Constitution, according to Indian Constitution. The first one is centralist, and second one state list, and third one concurrent list. The central government collects the tax under the taxation law, and the state government collects under the state legislative law. The concurrent list collects the tax. The both ways, from the central government and state government ways. So that one is. And next, the constitutional provision relating sharing of tax revenue between central and state governments. Duties levied by union but collected and appropriated by the states. Article 268. Such as stamp duties, and Government of India imposed the levy duties by union territories and states within which such as duties are respectively liable in that way. Tax levied and collected by the union but assigned to the states. Article 269. So, surcharge on certain duties and taxes for purpose of the union. Article 271. Taxes levied and collected by union but to distributed between the two. The next point is objectives of taxation or taxes. The source of government revenue, financing of government expenditure, to maintain economic equality, to reduce consumption of determined demerit goods, to control inflation, to maintain favorable balance payment. Protection of domestic duty in industries. Government often impose taxes to protect domestic industries from global maintenance gains, reducing regional economic inequalities. Capital formation. These points are objectives of the taxation or taxes. Taxes applicable in India. An Indian government collects the taxes in different ways. These taxes are levied in India at three levels, namely central government level, state government level, and local bodies level. The tax levied in India can be classified two categories: direct tax and indirect tax. So, the direct tax affect to the person directly. So, that is the income tax department related to collect the tax under the Central Board of Direct Taxes, CBDT. So that's revenue collected by the Revenue Board of Act 1963. Income Tax Act 1961 along with the Income Tax Rules 1962, the central government collect the tax or impose the tax to the person or industry. The indirect taxes in India, the central excise duties, customs duties. Central excise duties, though based on the excise duties, and customs duties based on the Customs Acts 1962 and Customs Rules and Annual Financial Act. So basic customs duty, additional duties of various types. So service tax, central sale tax, state level VAT and state excise duties. Securities transactions tax, goods and service tax. It's called a GST. This system introduced in July 1st, 2007. Introduced of GST in India will lead to the abolition of most of the province indirect taxes such as Victoria, central sale tax, state level VAT, excise duties and service taxes. Future of GST in India. Single comprehensive indirect tax, GST, are introduced. A destination based on indirect tax system. A dual tax in India. So, the government in this, there shall be two GST laws. Cost and SGT, state cost. Law shall be framed by central government and SGST, law shall be framed by respective states. For certain union territories, there shall be UT cost or GST. Intrastate transaction of goods services shall be subject to levy of both. So, in case of interstate transactions shall be applicable. So, tax to be submerged in GST. Following taxes shall be submission into comprehensive GST. Central tax, sale tax. So, the goods not covered under GST. However, the following goods shall be kept outside the habit of GST still the time and recommended made by GST Council. Proclaim rule, high speed diesel, motor spirit, natural gas, aviation turbine fuel, tobacco and tobacco products, alcoholic liquor for human consumption. This is excluded from the definition of GST provides under Article 366 12A. Input tax credit under GST. This is credit is admissible in respect of both components GST, CGST and SGST. The scheme of credit is so taxable event, payment of GST, rules of GST, exemption of goods and exempted services. So these topics are points introduced in this chapter. The first one is Indian taxation structure, chapter name, and introduction to taxation structure, types of taxes, future of a good taxation system, structure of Indian taxation system, constitutional provisions covering taxation in India, tax applicable in India. These 6 points introduced to you. So, you once refer your textbook and prepare very well. Thank you all.